Hello everyone, this is Felicia on F1. Today is Monday, September 7th. I want to get into reviewing and stating my opinion on arguably the best race of this season so far, the Italian Grand Prix. How the heck am I going to fit this in about 5 minutes? I'll try. So let's get into it. First highlight, Pierre Gasly, the winner. Holy mother, what a year he is having since being dropped from Red Bull last year. Wow. And I'm so happy for him. I don't think anyone was upset by this win at all. And everyone was so happy to see him on the top step. He has shown great pace all season. He was driver of the day last week in Spa, and I shouted out to him last week. And then now this week winning for its team since the last time they did it was in 2008. Second shout out is to McLaren, showing great pace all week during free practice and with qualifying, with Carlos qualifying third, and then finishing the race with Carlos P2 and Lando Norris P4. I'm really curious to see how much they develop, how more they can develop this season. I know they had an engine issue last race, a couple races ago, but really curious to see how they unfold and how much more points they can score and how much more they can do. Really great from them, and great to see them, fighting a lot better than years past. Lance Stroll, my next shout out. So first podium for him since Baku 2017. Really good job from him. I'm sure he's in heart of hearts a bit gutted. He showed could have done better. He had the free tire change during the red flag. But messed up the second start. He locked up and he couldn't make the tires work. So he knows he probably could have done a bit better. But congrats to him. And then the last highlight is us, the viewers, the fans. Oh my God. How great was this race? The youngest podium. None of the winners, or the last winner that wasn't a Ferrari, Red Bull, or Mercedes came in 2013 when Kimi Räikkönen and Lotus did it. One of the youngest podiums we've had. The oldest person was Carlos Sainz at the age of 25. What? A red flag in the middle of the race. We had a standing start in the middle of the race, which is great. Is this a sign that we should think about reverse grids again? I'm sure that might come up. Also, some of the great entertainment we had. Lewis Hamilton on a scooter, just hanging out, and then eventually going to the stewards. Shades of Canada 2019 a bit, I don't know, but it was quite fun to watch. So great for us as viewers. Let's go to the lowlights of yesterday's race. Valtteri Bottas springs to mind. He had issues the whole race. He had a very bad start, and he's had issues the past few races this season where he isn't able to capitalize being on the front row with Lewis, and Max or someone else is able to overtake him. And throughout this race, he just had issues. He couldn't overtake. He had issues with heat, and we know, Mercedes is not built to do well in dirty air, not built to overtake other cars. So it really maximized and showed Valtteri's weaknesses, and it wasn't great. And at the end of the day, he was only able to finish 2 spots ahead of Lewis, even with his penalty. So not able to really make up any ground on Lewis. He obviously overtook Max for P2 in the championship. So that leads to my next low light. Red Bull, poor all weekend, just couldn't get it together. Max retired with an engine issue. Alex Albon, pretty much in the bottom of the grid, bottom of the pack the whole race, and also had issues. He had, I think, damage to his car to the floor as well, and losing to the junior team. Albeit they're happy, but they lost to the junior team as well. Ferrari again, press F for Ferrari. Pour one out for them. Double DNF, second of the season. Poor qualifying from both. I don't know what to say. We know they're having issues. I don't want to know how even worse it's going to get the rest of the season, but it's pretty bad, and we know it'll be bad. Renault, I actually expected more from them. They had a lot of confidence leaving Spa. Danny Rick had a lot of confidence. I predicted he would actually finish top 3. So we'll see if it feeds into Mugello. It's a little bit of a similar setup to Spa. And their engine apparently suits, and their team suits power tracks with downforce, so I don't know. And also, too, what was that radio message at the end of that Esteban Ocon being told to shut up? You know, he was about to do a bit of a debrief in the middle of it, and Cyril telling him to shut up because the CEO was listening. Do they not know who's joining next year in Fernando Alonso? So I don't know what that was about. As well. Some final hot takes. I'll try to run through this really quickly. So Williams, sad end to Claire and Frank not being able to score points. I really hoped with the chaos that they would have, George or Nicholas would have been able to score some points for the team. Also, something you should be noticing that the livery might change. There might be a slight difference to the livery. If you notice, there might not be butterfly. There have been the butterfly logo in the livery in the past. There might not be. Just to highlight that and to shout that out. Renault name change to Alpine in 2021. There's going to be way too many A-named teams. Alfa Romeo, Alfa Tauri, Alpine, Aston Martin. Okay, whatever. And pizza, shout out to pizza. And Lando's helmet and it's Carlos's Instagram stories for making me hungry all weekend. And obviously the drivers love Monza because of the food. And I can tell the many times I talk about pizza and eating that. And thank God we didn't get a checkout Instagram story of pizza with tuna and chips on it because that's just awful. And I just want to finish with a random fact. So the team formerly known as Minardi, so Toro Rosso, now AlphaTauri, have now had the same amount of wins in their home Grand Prix, so Monza, as Ferrari in the past 14 years. So, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. What's my rating for this race? If I had to give it a rating, I'm going to leave it with a quote. It was from Toto Wolff. It was a lost race for Mercedes, but a massive win for Formula One. I'll leave it then. Looking forward to Mugello next week, Ferrari's 1000th Grand Prix. We'll see what happens. Anyways, this is Felicia on F1. Thanks for watching.